What's up YouTube? Scott's Skyny Tradition, back with another video. Got a couple cards in the mail over the last couple weeks I thought I'd go through. Um, got a little something different today actually. I thought I'd pick up a couple cards from one of my favorite shows of all time growing up. And it's a pretty popular series, and I think it still remains a pretty popular franchise. I think some people either love it or they hate it, but I'm all about it. The series, I've seen at least every episode at least once. But this particular series I've seen, many multiple times, and it's a show I still watch today. So here's the first one. This is the Robert Picardo autograph from Star Trek, The Quotable, Star Trek Voyager, The Quotable. And what's cool about this card is just how clean it is. Like a nice clean on-card blue auto. And you can see the quote there, "Please state the nature of the medical emergency." This guy is one of my favorite characters in the entire series. Basically, for those of you who don't know the story of Star Trek Voyager, basically it's a ship that gets stranded in another quadrant of space, and basically the entire show is them trying to make their way home back to Earth. And during their process of getting stranded on the other side of the galaxy, this guy, they actually lost their doctor. He was killed, and so they have to activate the holographic doctor, and that was this guy, played by Robert Picardo. And this was the thing he always said: "Please state the nature of the medical emergency." Whenever you walked into sick bay, he would activate automatically, and that's what he would say. And he's just a fun character. He's like witty, sarcastic, and he shows a lot of growth as a character throughout the entire 7 or 8 seasons of Voyager, however many there were. And one of my favorite characters in the show. Not only am I in the medical field and can appreciate the humor, but I just think he does a fantastic job in the series. So I've got the Robert Picardo autograph. This set came out in 2012, Rittenhouse. Star Trek The Quotable. There actually were around 50 autographs in the product you could get. These came in boxes with 24 packs. Autographs were about 3 to a box. So the odds of getting an autograph were, pretty good, but getting one of the top cards, though, not necessarily as easy. There are thought to be less than 200 of these printed for Robert Picardo. So this would be considered one of the more rare autographs in the set. All the other ones, I think there's like 9 or 10 of them that are under 200 print run, but the rest are like, 400 or 500, that kind of thing. So Robert Picardo, happy to add that to the collection. That's actually the second Robert Picardo I have. He's the one autograph I already had already, but just can't get enough of him as an actor. Great stuff. And then this card came up from the same seller. These all came from an eBay auction. And this is the Kate Mulgrew, who played Captain Janeway. And you can see the quote, "Keep your shirt tucked in, go down with the ship, and never abandon a member of your crew." Feel like she did a great job throughout the series as well. Take a look at the back, what the back looks like. Really enjoyed her as a character. Traditionally, Star Trek had male leads throughout the series. Captain Kirk, Captain Picard, and Captain Sisko with Star Trek Deep Space Nine. That was around the same time that Voyager came out. And Captain Janeway, played by Kate Mulgrew, was the first female captain. I think she did a tremendous job on the show. Very cool. And again, that's one of those that are numbered out of 200 again. So one of the more rare autos. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't show this one. Definitely one of my favorite actresses in the show. Not just because, she wore that tight latex suit, but it didn't hurt. She's a phenomenal actor, Jeri Ryan. She plays a Borg, which is like a race of humanoids that are half kind of like whatever race they were and half machine. And basically they have all kinds of like mechanical implants and things like that. So you can still see that she has the implant above her eye, but she was actually rescued from the Borg in the series, and the last 4 or 5 seasons of Voyager are all her trying to like rediscover her humanity since she was abducted by the Borg in an accident when she was much younger. So I love the series. She's like, you know, she's like this super like mechanical brain and how she thinks. Like she's all about efficiency and getting things done, and I can appreciate that. Just my normal human self. So um, I just think she's a great character, and her interactions with the other members of the crew are what really makes the show. The last 4 or 5 seasons of Voyager. So, and again, this Jerry Ryan, I would imagine, is the most expensive autograph in the set. This is another one of those number 200 or less, but she's by far, I would think, the most famous character from the series. And take a quick look at the back there. So, very excited to have that one. So 3 Star Trek cards. This was something that I had on my goals list, actually. Not this year, but last year, to kind of pick up more cards like related to my favorite shows and series. So this kind of goes along with that. The last card just came in a couple days ago. Not a Star Trek card, a baseball card. And, well, let's just get into it. Take a peek at the back first. You can see there it's a little rough. It looks like it was glued in 2 areas, right up here and then right down there on the side. But this is a card I've been looking for a long time. Last year I was able to pick up the 1948 Bowman Stan Musial, who was also able to get the Spawn as well, from the same seller last year. And finally this card came up, and it's only a PSA 1, but the reason I got it was because of the way the front looked. And I just think that is a beautiful example of the card. It's a card that I would like to look at. So, again, only a PSA 1 because of the back, but totally happy to be able to add this to the collection and not pay an arm and a leg necessarily. One of the nicer ones I've seen, actually, if you're just looking at the front. So I got the Yogi Berra rookie card. Of course, he was like 13-time World Series champion or something like that, which is just crazy. 18-time All-Star, 3-time league MVP. Also spent time in World War II. As a member of the U.S. Navy, he was a landing craft support gunner. So very unique guy in Yogi Berra. And he still pops up in pop culture even today with some of his famous sayings and things like that. So, very excited to add that to the collection. First kind of bigger baseball card pickup of the year right there. Other than that, that's about it. I am expecting a couple cards coming in here from a friend of mine that are more Packer Team Hall of Fame set related. So, whenever those come in, I'll be excited to go through those with everybody. Otherwise, not too much on the card docket, just kind of waiting and seeing what comes up. I'm really kind of only looking for those gotta have type items, although these couple up here were a little more guilty pleasures, but there's a lot of like economic uncertainty right now too, with like tariffs and like possible prices rising. And I mean, we are already in sort of an inflationary period that we had kind of getting under wraps, but tariffs and uncertainty in the future don't necessarily help prices on everything. So of course everything always goes up except for wages. Those stay the same. So just with that a little bit of uncertainty, like I'm not like super looking to jump into any like 4-figure cards and things like that at the moment. I'm just trying to play it a little closer to the vest right now. I'm still planning on going to the National in end of July, early August. Room is all booked, so that should be fun and exciting. Definitely looking forward to that. So probably going to save a little bit for that at that point too. I do have a feeling it's going to be a very, very busy National, again, despite the economy. I just think that the National kind of supersedes all of that. So that's about it, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed a little new flavor to the video here, and we'll see what else I pick up here in the coming months. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys again soon.